Welcome to Planting Joy Garden.
Welcome to Planting Joy Gardens. I woke up to a 50-degree morning here in my zone 5B6A, which is clearly an indicator that I need to really get started on my fall planting. And as we look around, you can see that the garden is quite lush with summer plantings. So there are very few places I can actually put in more plants. So even in places that look bare, there's actually potatoes in there waiting to push through. And here, yes, I can get a few things around the edge of this bed, but this is a sunny location during most of the day, so not ideal for my fall brassicas. So this is when you consider container planting. So what I've done is my ferns were sunburned. I just trimmed them back. They are perennial. They will come back next year. This is a shaded area. So I have planted out some mustards here in this bed. So just drop quite a number of seeds. I will prick them out later and put them in their permanent home. And I will show you where I plan on putting them. And I have some lettuce here. So these have been planted in the shade. They will get some light, but not a whole lot of intense sunlight, just to get them started. So I'm going to walk you over to the place where I plan to put my mustards when they grow in. Well, as you know, green beans are a summer crop. So as soon as my green beans stop producing, and they're still producing, I will be able to put my mustards here. And there's flowers, so I'm going to get a whole nother flush. Green beans were started in the spring. They will stand. They cannot make it through frost. So this will be the new home of my mustards. Now, oftentimes, people will plant in sale trays, and this is a good idea to get things started. But I find that weather can be unpredictable. They may have to sit in trays for a nice length of time. So if you are going to start your fall crops in trays, get larger trays. I prefer to start my fall crops outdoors. I will not have time because I'm in a cold zone, 5B6A. I don't have time to grow plants inside, then harden them off outside, and make sure they're fully grown and established before my first frost. So I'm working with roughly 50 to 65 days to get things fully mature. So I stick things in where I can. Um, I go to my containers and my grow bags at this time of year so that I can get them fully established so that the summer plants, when pulled out, they have a home. Another example would be like this Swiss chard is in a larger pot until I can find a home for him. But there's plenty of places to grow roots. It's big enough until I can find a home, until some of these other things come out. So, like this chard could actually move into the pepper bed once the peppers have finished doing their work. And it could also sit in the place with the basil. So, I don't want to destroy what's growing now, but I will have to be patient in planting directly into beds. But I can use my containers and my grow bags. There's quite a bit of peppers here to harvest. So that's my plan. I'm growing in a small space. And so I have to use grow bags and containers to help me transition from season to season. And so when you look inside of my green stalk here, you see I have some established chard, but I also have my collard greens, which are excellent fall plants. They're up, they're growing great, and when the time comes, I will thin these out and plant them also in this pepper bed, and they will go on the other side of the potato bed. So, wonderful place. But they're getting established now. Also, with my kale, this is my spring kale, and I've planted some fall kale. So, you don't need much kale. A little kale goes a long way. So, I have two plants that are getting established for the fall. They've been planted in place, no worries about hardening off or transplant shock because they're where they're going to grow.